Hey guys, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna weed my garden here while I do a little talking. And of course this video is gonna have to be broken up because I am not at that point yet in my subscriber base to have longer than 15-minute videos. But I wanted to talk tonight about Epstein Barr virus. EBV, chronic EBV. And it is something that I am dealing with, that I've been dealing with, and let's say it's a little frustrating. But I do have to give you some history, so I do have to back up. Yeah, I'm weeding all this grass out of my garden because I use straw as mulch. Back when I was a teenager, I don't know when it was, so it was around maybe 1991, I came down with mono. I don't fully remember every symptom I had with mono. I know I had like the sore throat, the nasal stuff. But the one thing that I do remember highly is the fact that I was so tired. The fatigue was so bad, I just wanted to sleep, and I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I slept for days when I had mono. Little did I know, and little did any of the medical professionals tell me or my mother or father anything about the fact that once you get EBV or mono, you have it for the rest of your life. And it is something that can be debilitating for the rest of your life. It is life-changing having Epstein Barr virus. And usually after you get mono, it kind of goes into like hiding in your body. And it likes to hide in your liver or in your reproductive organs, things like that. And then it waits for a stressor in your life to come along. And a stressor could be anything. Stress, death in the family, bad grades, being run down and overworked from school or work or whatnot like that, being pregnant, childbirth. Those are all getting sick, stressors in your life. So I thought it was gone, after I got over it. I thought, okay, I had that virus, now it's gone. Well, little did I know that it was going to change my life. And I went on, I got married, had kids, and it was after my 4th child that I developed thyroid issues. Still didn't know that it had to do with Epstein Barr virus. So for years, I was on Armour thyroid meds. Well, first I was on a synthetic, the level thyroid stuff. And I didn't do well with it. Still felt the symptoms, the exhaustion, the weight gain, everything that comes with low thyroid. So then I went on to Armour thyroid. I felt a little better on that, but still not 100%. So back in, it was 2018, and I usually see a naturopath now because the conventional doctors, they're useless. Useless. So I see a naturopath. So in 2018, the medical medium was advertising, heal your thyroid naturally. So my husband said to me, get his book and read it. Maybe you can heal your thyroid. So I get his book and I read it. And of course in there it talks about having mono and the fact that that's caused from Epstein Barr virus. So I got the book, I read it. I reached out to the naturopath and I asked her to test me for the Epstein Barr virus and see if we could maybe fix my thyroid and get it under control so that I don't have to be on meds. She agreed, and I'll show you let me hold off on that. She agreed, and I was active. I had active Epstein Barr virus again. So it reactivated in my system. And my stressor was probably my last child. Well, it could have been all the kids, actually. So I started doing the medical mediums protocol, juice and celery, his heavy metal detox shake, avoiding foods like eggs, dairy, gluten, which I had to avoid anyways before this. I was getting better. And then I was getting to the point I had energy again, and I was able to wean off of my thyroid meds. And I had my thyroid rechecked, and it was good. That was back in 2018, so it was good. I thought, okay, great. I'm good. I got rid of it. Still didn't comprehend that I'll never get rid of it. I just put it into remission. So here we are. In 2021, I got COVID. Wasn't bad. I think the flu and having mono was actually worse than having COVID-19. But I ended up exhausted. And ever since getting that in 2021, I've been exhausted. Like, it's a fatigue. It's not like just being tired. It's constant fatigue, chronic fatigue. Like, you have a hard time functioning. Brain fog, a hard time getting up, moving. Then you start getting the body aches, the joint aches, the numbness, the tingling. So it's into my nervous system now. And anyways, I sought out a new naturopath because the one I had was believed the whole COVID stuff. And for me, a naturopath has to believe in the the mosquitoes are bad, the body's ability to heal itself. And if she wasn't gonna believe that, I can beat COVID and it wasn't that dangerous for someone like me, and didn't want to see me or anything like that, it's time to find a new naturopath. So anyways, I find a new naturopath who I really liked. I've only seen her once so far, and she said she was going to do a boatload of labs on me. So she did, and I'll show you those labs shortly. Well, I get them back, and my thyroid's tanking again, and Epstein Barr virus is reactivated, and it was probably reactivated with COVID. So now I don't see her again until July to know what she's going to do for her portion of trying to get this back into remission. But I have to do, she's also checking hormones because I'm at that age, perimenopause age. So I have to do this Dutch test now, and I have to wait till like you're in a certain time of the month to do this Dutch test. So that should be coming up here. And then after that, we'll have a better understanding on how my body metabolizes my hormones and things like that. But with the whole EBV thing is my cortisol levels are off, my thyroid is tanking again, I have the chronic fatigue again, I have muscle pains, joint pains, like all over the body, numbing, tingling. It hurts so much to get out of bed in the morning to put my feet on the ground. And I never had plantar fasciitis issues until recently, and I don't understand why, because I use the whole barefoot shoes method. I build the muscles in my feet. I have wide toe base, so it's not like shoes hurting my feet. It's totally different than plantar fasciitis. I can't explain it. It's like a neuropathy type of thing. And the pain is just so bad, it brings tears to my eyes. when I have to get up in the morning and get out of bed. But the whole Epstein Barr virus really is life-changing. So here I am again having to avoid eggs, where I raise chickens for their eggs. I can't eat them now. I can't enjoy them. I have to avoid dairy again, and I was drinking raw dairy from the Connolly brothers in Peterborough, or in Temple, because raw dairy is supposed to be really good for you, and the good gut flora. I paid so much attention to my gut. I eat healthy. I don't eat processed foods. And here I am battling this stupid virus again. And I don't think people that have never had it understand how debilitating it can be and how frustrating it can be. And anyways, I'll show you my labs so you can see how active this Epstein Barr virus is. But like when it gives you a range that it's supposed to be like up to 40 or whatever, and you're positive, mine's greater than 600. Greater than 600. So that tells me I have a lot of that virus going on. And I just want to get better. I want to feel normal. I want to feel like I have the energy that I'm supposed to have. And you know, that's the other thing. People don't understand how many diseases that Epstein Barr virus mimics. MS, okay, Lyme disease. So a lot of people that are diagnosed with Lyme disease could actually have EBV or vice versa. But MS, thyroid hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, and that was the other thing. I never used to have the autoimmune antibiotic for the thyroid, even when I had thyroid issues before. But now I do, and I think that's from the EBV. So I don't know what the doctor's going to do about that. It mimics so many different things: heart issues, kidney issues, liver problems, hepatitis things, which liver, it lives in your liver and it hides, and you have to build your immune system up so much to fight this virus, but it can never go away. You have to put it in remission. You have to take the breath out of its wings and just hold it down and keep it there, and try to avoid the stressors that bring it back on. And if you are exposed to those stressors, you have to then do another protocol just to make sure that it doesn't fire up again. Stomach issues, weight gain. I'm trying to think of some of the other diseases. I don't have it on the top of my head right now. But it mimics. It's a great mimic type of virus. Just like Lyme disease mimics so many things, and so many patients get misdiagnosed. And you have doctors that think, oh, doxycycline, that'll take care of it. Take 7 days of doxy. It doesn't work. Because like Lyme and EBV, they're very smart and they hide out in your cells. And EBV is a spiral virus, and it gets down into your cells, into your tissues, and spirals down. And it's a virus. So it's not something you can fight off with antibiotics. You have to fight it with your immune system and knock it down. But I'm running out of time here. But I will, in my next video on the EBV, get you a copy of my labs and explain them. And I'd like you guys to come along with me on this path as I try to fight this again and put it back into remission. So anyways, I hope you guys take care. I'm going to go put these weeds in the compost. Have a good night.